ahead.
Hi, my name is Knox Martin, and Olivia, my daughter, is going to ask some questions about the war, having been in the war, World War II. And basically, we were part of the United States Coast Guard, and we were on a cutter that was originally made as a part of a submarine flotilla. We were sub-chasers. Aboard the vessel, we ran on high-test gasoline. It was a wooden boat made at Wheeler Shipyard. We were commissioned in Mystic, Connecticut, with a sister ship. The name of the vessel was the 83-500. And we had a Cuban Bahamian run because German vessels were sinking Allied ships coming from South America. And a few of our vessels contacted and destroyed huge German submarines in the Caribbean. We received orders that we were going overseas. We went overseas. We were part of the Allied fleet, and our object was to, at some point in time, to invade France, Normandy. We were destined to land on Omaha Beach. That morning, overcast, a lot of rain, wind. We started, and just before dawn, the sky was black with aircraft going into France and points east. And as far as you could see in front, back, and east side was this massive flotilla headed towards France. We arrived just after dawn, and we were used as a screening vessel for the landing party, landing soldiers. And they were coming over LSDs, not LSDs, a landing ship, and they were arriving in motorized ducks that came off these landing craft, and the horrific thing was that I could not see anyone surviving. We had 50 caliber machine guns, a 20mm cannon, and rockets, and we were firing into the beach in condensed points like pillboxes or great like warrens of hidden structures in concrete, and you couldn't see the enemy. So this is general screen fire. Terrible thing was that nobody survived the first landing, the first invasion. We turned, went out, and came back with another part of the convoy coming in. And soon, because there was a storm, some of the boats were sinking. Small boats. There were bodies in the water. There were people dying in the water. There were bodies in the water.
And you had mentioned pulling them up on...
And we pulled them up on the boats, the people who were living or wounded. There was blood all over the deck, and we were making people as comfortable as possible, all the blankets we had aboard the vessel. And again, we went out and back and forth. And the horrendous thing, planes were falling, shots being fired, and sister ship. 2 days before we'd all gotten haircuts, the only barber in the flotilla was aboard this vessel. And all of a sudden there was a tremendous explosion, and this ship with depth charges, ammunition, rockets, high-test gasoline, something hit it, and it blew up into this sphere of silver, which nothing else was, just this massive sphere of silver. Everything was vaporized by the concentration of explosives, everything. And the 3D aspect of this, the tack of the explosion of shells, stuff going up, planes flying, people dying, and we had a strange thing. We were expecting a gas attack, but evidently the wind was blowing in the wrong direction. We had gas uniforms on, tape around the neck, 2 gas masks, and on your sleeve you had 2 colored strips, and if one of them turned a color, you put on that gas mask. One evidently was for lungs, and the other was for nerves. But that was an expectation. We were provided with all kinds of protective gear.
And you had mentioned that your original purpose was you were submarine chasers, and to attack them, and you ended up being a rescue.
Yeah. So the use that was very interesting. We were we became a rescue flotilla. My mother found out that I was living after the invasion by this photograph. This was not, curiously, this was not posed. The cameraman aboard the vessel took this shot.
Okay, you have to put it back a little bit this way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
And that is how your mother knew that you were still alive.
Yeah, she saw this
in the New York
Journal
magazine.
American.
In the New York magazine.
No, Journal American newspaper.
Oh, okay. Journal American.
Yeah, there was the Daily Mirror, Daily News, New York Times, and the Journal American, major newspaper.
Oh, okay.
So it's no longer exists, but this is what this is about. Aboard the Coast Guard rescue craft in the assault on France is Seaman First Class Knox Martin from 507 West 172nd Street, Washington Heights. He symbolizes the heroic work done by the Coast Guard rescue flotilla.
Like this. Yep.
There we go.
Great.
Okay.
And did you